Greetings everybody, this is Harmony speaking. I apologize for not making a video in such a long time. I've just been incredibly busy. So much has been going on, a lot of things I can't discuss, some things I can. And my brain is just running wild right now. I don't have a prepared speech, believe it or not. But if I didn't hit the record button now and go live, I don't know when I do it again. I'm just so dang busy. Let me start with this. You folks have never heard me say this publicly, but about a year ago, I heard from God tell me that as time is measured, in this reality on earth, he was thinking about the event would happen in 5 years, making that 4 years from now. But basically what has happened is everybody's been crying out so loud and for so long that we want the event now. We wanted it yesterday. We wanted it last year. God gets it. He heard the cry, and basically, all the benevolent folks, everyone wonders, why don't they just come down and land and have a disclosure event and kumbaya and save the world? Well, it's more complicated than that. They kind of had their hands tied. Their stoppers. They had boxing gloves on. They were only allowed to really do so much as benevolent beings. But basically, what happened not too long ago is God decided to pull all the stops, take the boxing gloves off, pull the gates, and give the green light. And God said, if you folks can start the event, and if you can do it on your own, then I will sit in the sidelines and watch, and you have my blessing. Go ahead and give it a try. So, a lot's been going on since God allowed that to happen. I don't even know what to say. Usually I report when there's a big massive wave of good energy, and I haven't done that the last 2 waves we've had. We basically, in essence, have a new energy inside the center of the earth, and then more energy was poured in, and energy was just expanded out all over the planet. I forgot when that was. It was a little while ago, not too long ago. And that was really beautiful. And then we've been, throwing energy in the planet, and a lot of energy work. An announcement was made that if you were not born in this place, if you're not indigenous to this place, like I'm a human being, I was born here, so, so if if you weren't born here, and hey, Jamie, and basically the announcement was made, everybody, an evacuation call was made. Get out of here. Basically, if you don't belong here, get out. There's the portal, or if you want to go on your own, go back to your homeworld and get out. So there's a massive exodus happened over a few weeks. Billions and billions of folks have left here. You have no idea how many different species, and you guys it's crazy what's going on here. So there was a mass evacuation, and then there's some folks that didn't want to leave, and they were forced to leave. So another few billions were forced to leave, and then after that, it's kind of hard to force them to leave, so they were thrown into a subspace universe, and like a pocket universe, and they were thrown there, and they're going to sit there until the event happens, and the event's going to take care of them. I think the energy will wipe them out and they'll probably die, but they do have the opportunity to transmute and become benevolent beings, which is also death to them. So those folks will probably be dead. So right now, there's a cleanup crew wandering around. And then what's really crazy is I deal with the high level stuff, and now that all the high level stuff's been cleaned up and being dealt with, now all this riffraff came around, like witches and warlocks and freaking fairies and leprechauns, and all this crap started popping up. I wasn't into it. I'm not into all that stuff. I was like over there. You guys have fun with your dragons and stuff over there. I don't have anything to do with it. But the warlocks came after us. So apparently there's this warlock school that's been shut down completely, and then there's these. This is crazy. What it reminds me of? Imagine Dragons, Thunder. How they show the 3 contortionist artists. There's the 2 men and a woman. Those are actually an exact representative of the 3. The middle one is a witch. She's the most powerful witch in this reality. And then she has her 2 warlocks, and they're the most powerful warlocks in this reality. So the three of them together, and they look just like, and the way they move and they act, and if you look at the geometry on their outfits and the geometry in the guy's head, and if you understand what exactly is a warlock. I didn't know till recently either. But if you watch that video, that's them. So they were killed. And then when they were killed, the whole warlock world went to crap, and then the warlock school got shut down, and factions started running around, and the warlocks apparently are just all fighting and killing each other and acting like warlocks, and they're so busy with their own mess right now, so we're not worried about them, I don't think, anymore. Hopefully they'll leave us alone, and they can hang out for the event and survive that. So anyway, basically, there was a lot of technology being used. 5G is nasty. I'm telling you, 5G is horrific. 5G was designed to be the God blocker. You might as well just call it the God blocker. It's designed that when they put up the 5G network, it creates this bubble, and like you can't talk to God, God can't talk to you. It creates this shield kind of thing. And then inside the shield, then they were going to create their own like little reality bubble and really mess with people. And 5G is just a horrific thing. So anyway, it's my understanding, maybe on a human level it's still happening, but on a spiritual level, all the spiritual mojo, all the icky booey off-world techno, there's a ton. That 5G network is more off-world than humans, okay? I'm serious. So that's been pretty much dealt with, and all the bad boo-boo stuff has been taken out of it. And so 5G, as my understanding, is no longer going to be a threat. They're also using other technologies in the air and tapping into people's brains. And one of those technologies was shut down yesterday. The major, we call it the evil superhighway. Kind of like how if you're a spiritual being, you can connect to God and you can connect the whole universe. Well, the evil realm had their web, and I don't know how you describe it. So that one technology was shut down yesterday. So hopefully you folks will be feeling better. You won't have all those, if you were having them, hopefully you won't have the crazy thoughts in your head or irritating thoughts. I don't know what kind, just thoughts you don't like. So hopefully your brain will be a little bit quieter now. So that was a huge success. People are aware of the sun and the sun shield. People like to call it a sun generator. Basically, there was these beings. They're eighth dimensional beings. They're evil, and they come from another universe. Some like to say an interdimensional universe thing, not our universe. And they're completely opposite of us, and they busted in here. If you were to see one in person, they're, I don't know, like 8 to 10 feet tall. They look like they're half ant and half beetle. This is a very secret race, and they don't want to be known because they actually control the reptilians and the Greys and all in our governments and the shadow governments and the deep state. And they're the top option of that. But then there's a hierarchy above that. So that hierarchy is being dealt with, if not completely dealt with, and then we call them the covenants because they're covered ants. Get it? Because they're half ant, half beetle. And if you see them, because the beetle part's in the back and the front, they look like they're covered ants. So they're called the covenants. And the ones that serve them, that's why they form covenants. That's why you have a witch covenant. So that's where the covenant means the covered ant. You worship the covered ant. Is what it means. Oh, I have this little light here. I just realized it's kind of affecting me. It's my little diffuser. So anyway, and it changes color. In case you've seen color hit me, it's just my lamp. All right. So anyway, those folks were evacuated and dealt with that were boots on the ground and around this place. So they have been removed and taken to. A lot of them got killed. A lot of them got killed. A lot of them got put to the subspace universe. And probably majority of them went home. Majority of them listened and went home. But they're the guys that are inside the sun shields. So the sun shields up there, there's a whole bunch of them in the sun shields. So a mission was launched to basically transmute all the evil energy inside the sun shield to completely take over the sun shield. And then that transmuted energy was transferred into the sun. So then the sun had enough energy to heal itself. The sun, the real sun, it was seriously damaged. And it's been worked on for a very, very long time. A lot of benevolent beings have been working on the sun to heal it. So because of that mission, that happened on Tuesday night. So on Tuesday night, The sun shield was taken over. If you sun gaze, when you sun gaze after about 15 to 20 seconds, the sun actually like turns black, but then you'll notice it's kind of a blue hue to it, but it's always been solid. Now when you sun gaze and look at it, you can see all these craters in it, kind of like the moon, but they're perfectly spaced apart, kind of geometric, very pretty pattern with all these like little crater things in it. So you can physically see when you sun gaze, if you knew what it looked like before, and you look at it now, you can physically see the sun shield has changed. And the sun, oh my God, if you saw the sunset today, the sun, it was so yellow and it was so beautiful. It was just amazing sunset. I haven't seen a sunset like that in, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years. It's been a long time, long time. So the sun is, my understanding is that the sun has been healed. And I use the word it's healing, but it's healed, and it's going to get better and better and stronger. And the sun, in case you haven't heard, oh yeah, we did the moon thing too. Yeah, I left out the moon was a whole other project. I don't want to talk about that right now. But anyway, I was trying to train of thought there. So the sun, as you probably know, has light frequencies, and it heals the DNA in the body. If the sun shield wasn't there, and if they weren't chemtrailing and doing all the crap that they're doing, the frequency that comes through the sun is enough to wake up everybody in this reality. Everybody on Earth would be awake right now if it hadn't been messed with. So now it's been healed, and now the DNA, the healing energy should start coming down and start healing people, and that's going to be much better as well. All right. Well, that's enough for now. I don't want to accidentally say too much, and I am live. Because I could talk for the next 10 hours. So, yeah, I just want to check in with you folks, give you a quick update. Expect more energy coming in. It keeps coming in. It keeps coming in. It's beautiful. You know, you can just close your eyes and just imagine, just remember what it feels like, that this beautiful energy flowing through your body and resonating, and just, you have a kumbaya moment. It kind of makes you rock. That's why I rock a lot. The energy flowing through you makes you rock. It's a beautiful energy, just beautiful. Beautiful energy is flowing through this reality, and we're doing everything we can to get, everything we do, we get one more day closer to this thing you call the event. And yeah. So we're all working hard. So pray, meditate, pull in that energy, kumbayas, everybody. And of course, as I always say, as the sun sets and the sun rises, come to that quiet, peaceful place. Pray, meditate, as much as you can. And just feel the beautiful energy flowing you. As the Bible says, shine like a pillar of light. Just be a bundle of joy and love and peace, and emanate that energy from inside out all over this reality, and you change reality that way. So that's how you right there change reality and help the event happen quicker. All right. Until next time, everybody, God bless, peace, and be well.